Hello, friend. It's Ric Beattie. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan. And it's my joy to share with you the meditation for Wednesday, June the 1st, 2022. And I'm going to share with you today's reading from Daily Word and then talk about it a little bit, or maybe talk about it as I go through it. And I do so, I share this with permission of Unity, who publishes Daily Word, and I'm a Unity minister, so we've been doing this for a really long time. Today's theme word is creativity. And the affirmation is, I am the light of God expressing. I am the light of God expressing. I love that affirmation. I've been told that I'm a normally very upbeat person. I'm one of those people that sometimes people call, got my hair cut, my beard trimmed earlier today, and it's itchy, when they're feeling down. And certainly that's one of the many roles of being a minister, pastor, to be an encourager, an uplifter. And I'm a pretty positive person, so I love this one. I'm the light of God expressing. And you are too. Think about what light is. Light is energy. Light is the movement at very accelerated pace of vibration. And everything in our world is actually a vibration of energy. Everything. We are like, we human beings are like big batteries. We produce electromagnetic field out of our heart and out of our brain. And interestingly enough, the heart is stronger than the brain. So there's more communication going from the heart up to the brain. I find that fascinating for some reason. So it says, there is no limitation in God, no end to the many wondrous ways that the divine manifests in the world. Think about that a moment. There's no end to the ways that God shows up. That pattern of energy, that love, that light, that underlying life shows up because it shows up in you and in me and in everybody. And it shows up in puppies and kittens and wildlife and birdsong and whale song. It shows up in the blooming of flowers. It shows up in the fall for me as the cycle of life completes itself and the leaves fall off the trees and the trees go to sleep. They're dormant to make it to the winter, and then spring begins again. We're in very late spring right now. But I think about that cycle. I look at the many wondrous ways that divine manifests in the world, from the fanciful to the functional. Fanciful clouds floating through the sky and a beautiful building, a beautiful home. Both the handiwork of the divine, because we are the hands and feet of God. I see every day, I notice and appreciate the diversity of human-made works I see every day. I marvel at the creativity that surrounds me. People are amazingly creative. Think about us. We're always pushing the envelope, creating new ways. Does everything that we create, is it useful? No. And then sometimes we have to begin again. Sometimes do we create a new problem as we solve one? Yes. And then we get busy and we create again. I focus my energy and attention on the light of God within me. And really that's a good way to think about meditation, because what we're doing is closing our physical eyes to the world around us for a few minutes, closing our ears maybe, and opening ourselves up to that inner place where the light of God shines in each of us. And it does shine in each of us, every single person. And don't send me a list of but what about this person and this person? I've had people challenge me. Hitler, none of us could understand what went on in him that caused him to act the way he did. None of us can understand what causes a person to go into a school and shoot. But we know at the core of that person, obviously there's some stuff going on, but at the core of them is the light of God. And so I know that's a tough concept. And it's true of everyone that we disagree with and everyone that disagrees with us, right? What if we could just embrace it all? and know that no one would do such a heinous thing as kill millions of people or 20 kids or 21 people in a school if they didn't have something going on in their minds. Somehow something got twisted. I'm eager to try new things and approach them with a playful and curious attitude. When was the last time you played? I have learned to play more in my mid-60s than I think at any time since I was a teenager. I grew up very quickly for lots of reasons. It was just the way of it. But I missed sometimes being as playful as I could be. So I'm learning to play. I play with, I have 3 nieces and a nephew, and I now have 2 grandnephews and a grandniece. I love to play with any of them. I love to talk with the older ones, and I like to play with them. I like to color. I do that sometimes as a thing that I do to let the kid out in me. I stretch and grow through these fun explorations. I love to grow. Last night I sat on my deck for a long time until the mosquitoes carried me away, or tried to. And just enjoying the multiple shades of green in the trees, and the wind, and the way it makes the umbrella wiggle a little bit on my deck, on the table on my deck, and then the way the wind sounds blowing through the trees. I lived in Southern California for a number of years, and I remember missing the sound of wind in the trees. What are you not noticing that might bless you? Because if we look for the small things that would really feed our souls, it helps us get through the tough stuff. Today is the perfect day for my creative expression. I say yes to the nudges of my heart and delve unabashedly into my unique expression. I delight in letting the light of my creativity shine. I used to think that I wasn't a very creative person, but obviously there's some part of me that's creative. I create these meditations. Most Sundays I'm sharing a message that seems to flow through me. I'm a daydreamer, always have been. When I was young, the teachers would tell me that I shouldn't daydream. Well, now I realize that I should daydream, and I do. Anyway, the Bible verse for today is from John 1, verse 9. The true light which enlightens everyone was coming into the world. I think the King James says, the light that lighteth up every man and every woman. That light's coming into the world through you and through me. And one of the reasons I meditate is to give some space in me for the expression of that light. And I do that by turning my attention, my focus away from the world around me, the world of change. The Course in Miracles calls it the world of illusion, this three-dimensional reality, which may or may not be real. We could argue that all day long for a whole lifetime. It doesn't matter. Here we are, living right in the middle of it. And so I'm going to start some music. I'm using Gregory Barrett's The Heart of Oneness. I do so with his permission. This is music for meditation that he created long ago and gave me permission to use. And we're going to just spend a few minutes. We're going to get still and turn toward the light that is in each of us. For the Master Teacher said, "You are the light of the world." That, my friends, is the truth of both of us, all of us, everyone on the planet. Ram Dass said, we're all just walking each other home. So take a deep breath, sigh it out, and begin to allow your body to relax where you are right now. Wherever you're seated, or lying down, or in your recliner, or on a yoga mat, wherever you are right now, God is. As you relax into this truth, Notice that you take comfort in the concept. And notice your breath. Notice that as you breathe, your body relaxes. Any tension that you might encounter during a quick scan from the bottoms of your feet, up your legs, torso, buttocks, abdomen, back, chest, down your arms, fingers. Any place that there's any tension, allow it to drain away. Allow the notes of the music to carry you inward, and let your breath be your teacher today. As you just let the breath come at its own pace, its own rhythm. And I see the globe on the wall behind me, behind my head. And yesterday I saw a globe all covered with flags of countries. And the caption was like, this is what we see, this globe with all these countries, flags. And this is the reality of what the Earth looks like. It's just a blue-green ball spinning in space. And it reminds me that there's a whole lot more going on than we're aware of. And now I invite you to direct your focus, your inward, your attention inward by following your next breath to that place in you where the light of God shines. And it shines always. It doesn't matter if it's day or night, or if you're in a world of stuff, or you're having the best day of your life. Anyway, the light of God is shining in you. For it is your life. It is the life of everyone. Everything. Allow yourself to become settled and centered for a few minutes. And if a noise distracts you, and it may, or your mind wanders off, and it will, just bring it gently back to the breath and follow your next breath inward. And allow yourself to experience God in a brand new way, perhaps, in between the thoughts that come, in between the breaths that come. And I invite you to relax. Relax into your true self. Relax into an ever-expanding awareness of love called you. With each breath, relax a little bit more. and allow yourself to just be. For so many of us have become doers, human doings. We are human beings. Fully human, fully divine. Take a breath. And feel the light, feel the energy in you, the life in you, the life of God in you. Think about this amazing body that we live in. You have the ability to breathe and to take in sustenance. You have ability to eliminate waste, and most of us are mobile. We can move from one place to another. We can walk, or crawl, or roll. Take another breath. Sigh it out. And while you remain in this meditative state, I invite you to call to mind any situation or circumstance in your life, your family, your community, your church, our country, the world. And we've quite a longer list, don't we? But what we absolutely know for sure is that right where we are, God is. And every experience helping us get through it, in every circumstance. And so we hold to mind those dear ones or ourselves looking for prayer. And there are a number of people that have reached out to me recently, Richard and Carol, among so many others who've sent an email request to us. I'm thinking of first responders and teachers, students. And now I invite you to wrap your prayer intentions and wrap our world in light and love as we bless those still dealing with the coronavirus, this new monkeypox virus, the war going on in the Ukraine and Russia, and the war that's going on in some people's hearts. It is my prayer that the peace of God, the life of God, the light of God fill us all and shine out from us. And I remember that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, all is well. Namaste. Thanks for visiting. I invite you to visit our website at unityofroyaloak.org or our Facebook page at facebook.com/unityofroyaloak. We invite you to be a part of everything we have going on. God bless.